Hello and welcome. My name is Calliope and I'm going to be performing your service today. How are you doing today? Okay. Well, I hope by the time you leave this session today you feel even just the littlest bit better. Okay? Alright. So today we are going to be performing a Seva Acupressure treatment on you. Seva is a Sanskrit word that means compassionate service. This type of acupressure can be used whether you are lying down flat or if you are sitting up. There are a lot of different modifications that we can do should you have any injury or anything that makes it difficult to perform a normal massage or energy treatment. This treatment is used primarily for stress relief as well as general healing and well-being. So I'm just going to be grabbing some sanitizer real quick, as for this massage, we don't necessarily have to touch you, but it does work better if we do. Is that okay with you? Do I have your permission to do that? Okay, wonderful. So I'm just going to pop this open and sanitize my hands. There we go. Alright, so I want to just let you know that this treatment or massage, whatever you want to call it, is used with pressure that is primarily determined by you. So what I mean by that is I am going to be feeling at different points what your energy is like, and I'm going to meet that energy in the middle. So whether you need a more gentle touch or you need a more firm touch, I'm going to intuit that and I will meet you at that specific pressure, okay? So it's going to be tailored exactly to you, all right? Okay. So if at any point during the treatment you feel any pain, any discomfort, anything wrong, please let me know, okay? So then we can stop. Alright, so I'm just going to move things a little bit out of the way so that we can get started, okay? So I really want you to take this time to either close your eyes or you can keep them open, but I want you to really relax and really get into and feel what I'm doing. This whole process is supposed to give you the most benefit and most relaxation that we can give you, okay? Alright, so with this acupressure treatment, we're going to be working on different points. So there are about 15 different points that we will touch on. Some of them will be doubled, and we do a little leg stretching at the beginning and at the end of that as well, okay? But it's all very gentle and you won't really have to do anything at all. I will move you if I need to move you, okay? Let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna go ahead and start with a little leg stretch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab both of your legs right at the ankles, okay? And I'm gonna hold them firmly so that you feel supported. And I'm just gonna very gently lift them up, okay? Alright. When we work with Seva, we want to hold 2 points at the same time. So I'll be primarily keeping my 2 hands on you pretty much the entire time, okay? So we're just getting in that very gentle stretch there. Okay. All right, just a little bit, not enough to cause any discomfort, just a little stretch. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to be putting my hands on the top of your feet, and my fingers are going to be kind of around your ankles here, and this will be our point 1. Okay. So if you'd like to just take a deep breath with me at this point. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Hold for as long as comfortably possible. And breathe out. Okay, very good, very good, very good, very good. Okay, so I'm going to take my hands off. And we're going to move on to point 2. Point 2 is going to be behind you. It's going to be on the middle of your back, okay, right alongside the spine. So I'm just going to come very closely. I'm going to reach one hand around your back and the other hand around your back. And I'm just using my middle fingers to put pressure on either side of the spine at point 2. Okay, I want you to just take a deep breath in for me. Hold for as long as comfortably possible. And breathe out. Okay, just nice and easy. And this is how the Seva treatment will go the entire time. We're just going to take our time and be very calm and very methodical about the places we put our energy into so that we can give you the most healing and relaxing benefit, okay? So point number 3 is going to be the backs of your knees, okay, right behind the knees. So I'm just going to come and reach behind the knees here. And I'm just going to lightly hold on to your knees so my thumbs are right on your kneecaps. And we're just going to hold this point here very gently, very gently, very gently, all right? Okay. Take a deep breath in for me. And hold for as long as comfortably possible. Okay. And when you're ready to, go ahead and exhale. Very good. We're just going to hang out here while I'm stimulating these acupressure points. Okay. This is just a good time for you to allow your mind to wander and just let yourself feel the healing and relaxation wash over you. Okay, so I'm going to take my hands off, and now I'm going to be getting up, and I'm going to be stimulating point 4. And this is going to be right between your neck and your shoulders on the top of your back, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and turn, or get up and turn, so that I am right behind you. And I'll be out of view for a little bit, but I'll tell you what I'm doing, okay? All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and get up here. And I'm going to go ahead and put my fingers right here, halfway between your shoulders and your neck. And we're going to press just on the top of the back here. I want you to take a deep breath in for me. Okay. And hold for as long as comfortably possible. And then when you're ready, go ahead and breathe out. Just feel my touch on your back and know that we are working to bring you the most healing and most relaxation that we can. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and move into point 5, and this is a little bit of a process. What I'm first going to do is I'm going to grab on to your arms here just very gently, and I'm going to squeeze my hands along your arms, down your upper arms to your elbows, okay? So I'm just squeezing the arms and then releasing. Squeezing, releasing, squeezing, releasing, squeezing, releasing, down to the elbows. So there is an acupressure point on the outside of the elbows here. So I'm just going to hold that for a few moments. We're just going to hold that for a few moments, okay? Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back around and sit back down, and we are going to work one arm at a time. So I'm going to have 2 hands on your left arm here, and I'm just going to be holding your arm and then releasing my hands, holding your arm, releasing my hands, all the way down to your wrist. When I get to your wrist, I'm going to hold it on both the inside and the outside. There are quite a few different points on the wrist. So we're just going to sit here and we're going to hold on to your wrist. And if you'd like, you can take a deep breath in. Hold for as long as comfortably possible. And breathe out. Okay, and next I want to just hold each of your fingers individually. So what I'm going to do is kind of this gentle squeezing motion from the base of the finger all the way up. We're going to start with your pinky here. I'm just going to take my hands and squeeze each joint of the finger, each segment, and then move on to the next. Okay. We're on the index finger and the thumb, and then I'm just going to hold onto your hand. You want to take a deep breath in for me? And hold for as long as comfortably possible. And exhale. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and move to the other side here. So from the elbow, I'm just going to hold your forearm and release, hold and release, hold and release until we get down to the wrist. And just going to hold the wrist on both the inside and outside. You want to take a deep breath in for me and hold for as long as comfortably possible. And when you're ready to, go ahead and exhale. Very good. We're going to move down to the fingers. So we're going to start with the pinky and work each segment of the fingers. The ring finger, the middle finger, the index finger, and the thumb. And then I'm just going to hold your hand in both of mine. And we'll take a deep breath in. And hold for as long as comfortably possible. And breathe out when you're ready. Okay. Alright. So now we're going to be going into point 6. With point 6, I'm going to get up again and I'm going to be behind you. Alright? I'll tell you everything that's going on. Okay, so with point 6, I'm going to be putting my hands on the back of your neck, okay? Right at the base of your neck, the top of the back, top where that spine starts at the back, base of the neck, along those neck vertebrae. Okay? And we're just going to bring the hands up very slowly with some traction up the head until I reach the crown of the head, and then let my hands very gently float off, okay? I'm going to put my fingers on the base of your neck here, right on the spine, either side of the spine. I want you to take a deep breath in for me. And hold for as long as comfortably possible. And breathe out. I'm just going to bring my hands up your head very slowly, very gently, and let my hands float off the head. One last time. I'm going to put my fingers on the base of your neck here, and I'm just going to hold point 6. I want you to take a deep breath in for me. Hold for as long as comfortably possible, and breathe out. I'm going to allow my hands to track up the head, up, 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 until they just float away. Now I'm going to be laying my hands on your forehead here, and I'm just going to sweep them down the head and come back, hold the forehead, take the fingers and sweep them down, and hold the forehead, take the fingers and we're going to move into point number 7. And this is going to be right underneath the clavicle. And this is halfway between your sternum and your shoulders. I'm just going to hold this point, both sides, both hands. I want you to take a deep breath in for me. And hold for as long as comfortably possible. And breathe out. Now come back around to the front. And we're going to be doing point 8. So with point 8, I'm actually going to be holding 2 spots at the same time, and that makes up 1 point. So we'll do 2 spots on one side and then 2 spots on the other. So what I'm going to be doing is one of my fingers will go just in the middle, just outside the armpit here, okay? We're not going to be sticking our fingers in there, but just that skin at where it starts. And the other spot is going to be the base of the pinky on the wrist here. So your pinky right here and just on the wrist, okay? So I'm just going to start with our left side here. So I'm holding that point where your chest meets your arm, and I'm going to be holding that along with the base of the pinky here on the wrist. Take a deep breath in for me. And hold for as long as comfortably possible. And breathe out. Okay. How are you doing so far? Okay. I want you to continue to relax as best as you can, alright? Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and do that on the right side now. I'm just going to hold that point at the juncture of your arm and your chest here. And I'm going to hold the base of your pinky right on the wrist here. We're going to take a deep breath in and hold for as long as comfortably possible. And breathe out. Just going to sit here a few moments, really just enjoy the time we've been given, the space we are in, and just enjoy ourselves here. So for point 9, I'm going to be just touching 1 point, but I'm going to have 1 hand on the point and 1 hand on top. Alright, so this is going to be right in the middle of your chest. I'm just going to hold my hand right in the middle of your chest here and 1 hand on top. We're going to hold this point. I want you to take a deep breath in for me. Hold for as long as comfortably possible. And breathe out. And we're going to sit here just a little bit. You can feel the full benefit of that comfort and relaxation. Just breathing quietly, just relaxing. with point 10, I'm going to be having my hands just below your rib cage on either side, okay? This will feel probably quite warm. It's kind of a funny space to be right between the chest and the abdomen. But I'm just going to put my hands right there. I want you to take a deep breath in and hold for as long as comfortably possible. And then breathe out. And this is a very comforting point. This is a very comforting spot to have the whole of my hand laying on both sides of the base of the rib cage. It's very warm, very supportive, very comforting. Just stay here a few more moments. So for point 11, I'm going to be having my thumbs inside of your knees, and my hands are going to lay on top of your legs, on top of your knees rather, and my fingers are going to be resting on the outside, okay? So I'm just going to hold onto your knees here, and I want you to take a deep breath in for me. And just hold that as long as comfortably possible. And then I want you to exhale when you're ready to. And we're just going to hold this for a few moments. Just feel the relaxation. Just feel the calming energy wash over. And now for point 12, this is going to be the same as point number 3. So it's going to be the backs of your knees. I'm going to hook my fingers around and put them on the points that I need to. I want you to take a deep breath in and hold for as long as comfortably possible, and then breathe out. We're just going to hold on to these points. Hold on to this moment. Hold on. I'm going to be moving down to your toes, so I'm just going to bring those up so I can reach them. And it'll be like what we did with your fingers, where I'm just going to be holding each segment of your toes, and we'll start with the pinky first. So I'm going to have one hand supporting your left foot, and then with the other hand I'm going to be just stimulating those points on the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to support your other foot, and with the other hand I'm going to hold your toes individually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm just going to hold your toes, one hand to one foot, the other hand to the other foot. And we're just going to lightly hold them here. I'm going to have you take a deep breath in for me. And hold for as long as comfortably possible. And then breathe out. We're going to stay here a few moments. Stay here a few moments. And then we're going to go to point number 14, which is going to be the same as number 6. So I'm going to get up and we'll put my fingers on the base of your neck and run my hands up your head, okay? Alright, so I'm just going to put my hands on the base of your neck here on either side of the spine. I want you to take a deep breath in for me. Hold for as long as comfortably possible. And then breathe out. I'm just going to run my fingers up the neck, up the head, and let them track all the way to the top, and then let them float away. I'm going to put my fingers on the base of your neck again. Take a deep breath in for me. And hold for as long as comfortably possible. And then breathe out. I'm going to let my fingers just gently slide up the neck till I reach the head and move along the back of your head to the top and let my fingers float off. I'm going to rest my hands on your forehead here and then just sweep them down the head. And rest my hands on your forehead and then just sweep them down the head. Okay, I'm going to come around to the front. So for point number 15, I'm going to be holding 2 spots again. So one hand is going to be on the base of your spine, the top of your sacrum, and the other one is going to be on the top of your head, okay? So I'm going to get in a little closer, and I'm going to reach behind you, and I'm going to hold the sacrum, and with the other hand, I'm just going to hold the top of your head here, okay? Take a deep breath in for me. And hold for as long as comfortably possible. And then breathe out. And we're just going to hold this for a few moments and just bask in the relaxation that we have achieved here. Just relax. Relax, relax, relax. Relax, relax, relax. Finally, we're going to finish with one of those leg stretches. I'm going to grab the backs of your feet here, back of your ankle. I'm going to pull them towards me very gently. Okay? Till you feel a little bit of a stretch here. And we're just going to hold on for a few moments. Take a deep breath in for me. Hold for as long as comfortably possible. and exhale when you're ready to. Okay. All right. So, to disconnect from your energy, I'm going to put my left hand on your left foot and my right hand on your right foot so that my arms are crossed. I suppose no, that would be right. I forget that it's reversed. So my arms are crossed here. And I'm just going to allow my hands to float away and off of your body. So that concludes our Seva Acupressure treatment today. How are you feeling? Okay. I really, really hope this was able to help you relieve some stress and allow you to relax and promote healing and well-being. Thank you so much for coming to see me today. I really appreciate it.